What is up, Poke fans? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt and welcome to Season 7. Whew, I'm excited to be able to start this all over again. So the reset has officially happened, which is totally great. And we are currently sitting in Great Ball Rank 9. So we are getting close to Ultra Ball, but like I said in the last video, it's going to be a bit before we actually see some progress with our team because of the fact that we are kind of in a spot to where we need to test it out to make fine tunes to it and see what it is. Now, I will not be recording less than five battles just to kind of get an accurate number of what our team is. We did do 62 fights last season, so we're all good there. And if you guys want to see what the team looks like, I'll go ahead and show up on the screen for you. But if you want a breakdown, go ahead and watch the video before this. And because the breakdown was much later than it should have been, I'm still working on those assets to where I have something in the beginning. That way you guys can clearly see in the front of the video of what changes that we made, movesets, whatever the case may be. It's a little bit easier for you guys to see, and that way it's a lot, I guess, fancier, something that I have a little bit more pride in when I do my edits. So we're gonna go with that, but until it comes in, we're just gonna be doing it this way. Now, like I said before, we're gonna be doing 5 matches, and we're gonna be playing with this team quite a bit and making their changes as we play in Season 7. So yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. I'm excited. Let's do this. Alrighty, so for our first match, we've got a Rotom Refrigerator, Rotom Fridge, Grimmsnarl, Water Tauros, Iron Thorns, Kamala, and Slitherwing. Now, Slitherwing has been one of those hidden treasures that I haven't really been able to get to work. So I'm glad that someone else is taking the reins and give it a try, but we're gonna see how this team goes from here. So we're gonna walk in with Torkoal and Jumpluff because we want the we want the Tailwind first open, and then we're gonna bring in Great Tusk, and we're gonna also bring in Fluttermane. Now we're doing that because of the fact that when we get Tailwind off and Jumpluff has U-turn to be able to get out of the battlefield, and we also have weaknesses to their team with what we've got. All right, so we got Rotom Fridge and Iron Thorns. And here I am with Torkoal and Jumpluff. So first, we're gonna go ahead and do an Eruption, and we're gonna start with Tailwind. Yes, Tailwind. This Jumpluff is now gonna do that. Torkoal might get next turn, I'm not sure. Nope. Blizzard from Fridge will go off. That is Blunder Policy. Okay, because someone missed. Jumpluff will live, and so will Torkoal, and Torkoal does Eruption, which won't do a whole lot of damage, but it'll still do quite a bit. So now we're going to protect here. Actually, I don't think it's going to really matter now, right? Interesting. Yeah, we'll protect here, and we will go to U-turn and Iron Thorns. Yeah, we'll go into Iron Thorns. And that'll, ooh, that's a crit, not bad. So that goes back, and now we bring out the good old Great Tusk. So if, you know, the Fridge does his Blizzard thing, it's going to do a lot to the Great Tusk. It's still ×2. It'll go with Discharge. It will not affect either one of my Pokemon. It will do a little bit of damage to his Pokemon, though, which will proc Weakness Policy? No, Cell Battery. Okay. Will not do much to the Torkoal because he is currently protecting himself, and will not do anything to the Great Tusk. So now we will Helping Hand the Great Tusk, and we'll do Headlong Rush to Iron Thorns. That's a pretty interesting strategy. Okay, he's choosing the Terra, and it's going to be on the Iron Thorns. Okay. That's flying, so Headlong Rush is not going to do anything. Okay. It might have been better to do something else, but now he can't use Discharge because Discharge is going to be doing a ton of damage to his own Pokemon. Blizzard will go off, Torkoal will avoid it, will hit the Great Tusk 4, super effective, and knock him out. That's okay. Terra Blast. We'll go into Torkoal. And we'll knock him out. It's totally fine. So now we come in with our last two remaining. Photosynthesis now is going to come off. Special attack is heightened. We're now sitting at 145, which is great. We're going to Sleep Powder the Rotom Fridge, Terra, Dazzling Gleam, right into that, to both those slots. Because we're spec'd now. So hopefully this will do a lot of damage. We're going to see. Jumpluff needs to be able to survive. I don't think it... At this point, I don't think it will. But it is a good indication of what we might need to change. But we'll see. Okay, Jumpluff will go faster than the Fluttermane, which is totally fine. Dazzling Gleam. Spect. And it will knock out. Now, next turn, Tailwind falls. Oh, I should say this turn. But with Tailwind gone, we can now reset Tailwind with Jumpluff. Because we still have Sun for at least 2 turns. Synthesis. Attack was heightened. So, Sun will last this turn and then no more. We're going to go ahead and do Tailwind again, and then Dazzling Gleam to both those Pokemon. Now, I don't think either one of them have a... I don't think that they have a priority move. They might. I don't think so, but we'll give it a try. First impression? Okay. But now I should be able to go next. And I don't, so that's interesting. We'll not get the KO, but that's okay. But this should knock them both out. There we go. So that was eye-opening. So maybe giving Fluttermane more speed investment is going to be the better one. So match 1. We had some for Torkoal. We need better move choices. Because that was one thing that I noticed, like, immediately. Hey, we're immediately into Ultra Ball. Let's go. Fluttermane. We're looking at maybe increasing speed. Because, like, the speed that I'm used to seeing is that Fluttermane should have outsped all like that entire board. Wave Crash obviously is not a priority move. There's no way that I can get past first impression, so that's not a big deal to me at least. Okay, we have Fluttermane, Dragonite, Gothitelle, Iron Hands, Chanpo, and Mousehold. It's a very interesting team to say the least. Now, I do need to be able to outspeed. The problem is that they also have Fluttermane, and I don't really want to give them the benefit because they could be speedy. And if they're going to speed, they're going to outspeed me. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to bring it because it is what it is. But I'm also going to bring in Great Tusk to be able to take out Dragonite as well as Chien-Pao. So who do I bring in last? Who do I bring in last? Fluttermane again might be the person to bring in. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. So match 2. Okay, I can't read any of that. So we got Chien-Pao Dragonite, which is a typical opener that we usually see. Now I'm going to go ahead and just protect on Torkoal, and I'm going to Sleep Powder Dragonite. Sucker Punch is going to come out for Chien-Pao or not, but we are going to go for the automatic opener for Terra, and it's going to be Terra Normal for Dragonite. I am going with the Sleep Powder, so underneath Chlorophyll, I'm automatically faster than most Pokemon on the field, so this shouldn't be a problem, but we'll see how it goes. Extreme Speed automatically will go first, and it will hit the Jump Bluff, which will knock it out automatically. So unfortunate as that is, and Sacred Sword will go into that, unfortunately. Okay. So now I'm in a really tough predicament. What do I guess we can go into Great Tusk. There's a good chance that we're going to lose this match, only because of the fact that it's kind of hard to get rid of. It's going to be really, really hard to get rid of that weakness. But I think we're going to go into Terra Fighting for Great Tusk. So we'll go ahead and hit up the Eruption. We're going to Terra Close Combat into that slot. My hope is, because he's probably locked into that slot because he's choice banded, possibly. If he is, then he is. But my hope is that Chien-Pao doesn't do Sucker Punch, but will probably will. Sucker Punch or Protect for the Chien-Pao, which is totally fine. Extreme Speed will go into the Torkoal slot. Should not knock it out, and it doesn't. But Eruption does do less damage now. But Close Combat will go right into that Dragonite, and we'll get the one-hit KO. The defense fell, and so did the special defenses, but it will knock out the Dragonite, which is totally fine. I want to know if that's Multi-Skill or Inner Focus. Now, cool thing is, Eject Pack will now kick in and kick Great Tusk out of the field, and now I get a free switch in to Fluttermane. Who now gets Photosynthesis, and this special attack goes up quite a bit. He's still not under Tailwind, but now we get Eruption from Torkoal, which won't do anything because Chien-Pao is protected. Which is kind of the sucky thing, but it is what it is. Iron Hands comes out next. So Tailwind in this fight is terrible. It's non-existent. So I think we're gonna go with a Heat Wave here. Well, we didn't protect. Let's protect. I mean, I could swap. Yeah, let's do that. Let's swap to Great Tusk, and we will Dazzling Gleam that side. We'll do that just to kind of force him to kind of focus on Fluttermane for a minute. And if he was kind of, I don't want to say dumb enough, but if he focuses clearly on the Sucker Punch on the Fluttermane, which will knock him out, unfortunately. God dang it. But Sucker Punch is a priority move. I couldn't really do anything about it. But it is Life Orb, and here comes Wild Charge, which unfortunately will not do a whole lot, but I was hoping that he wouldn't take anything. Then I remembered he's freaking Terra Fighting, not anything else. Okay, so we'll Close Combat on the Chien-Pao. I mean, if I had Earthquake would have been probably really good here. But we're gonna headlong rush into Iron Hands. So now we got Ice Spinner, which Great Tusk will survive by 3 HP. Headlong Rush. We'll get the KO. I would really like to have used Earthquake there. I'm glad that I didn't. Only because of the fact that I would kind of be, like, screwed. But now we've got the situation that we didn't want to be in, and its speed is heightened, which means if I still had Tailwind, that would have been super helpful, but unfortunately I do not. Because its speed is 307, there's nothing really much I could do about it. So I'm kind of screwed in this situation. We're gonna protect on the Great Tusk because it's the only thing we can do at this point. Moonblast will go into the protected Great Tusk, and he probably went double into that. Nope, Sacred Sword went into the Torkoal. And that's kind of what happened when I did like the whole season 6 thing. Those two ended up always getting at a tie. So that was that thing. So now Photosynthesis wore off, but we're pretty much done here. Those two are faster than Great Tusk is, and the only way I could possibly beat that is to Scarf him. So there's that. We're gonna put in Great Tusk Scarf. Now it does ruin that potential strategy that I have to like swap out, which is totally fine in my opinion, because it's funny to be able to do stuff like that, but part of the team that I'm realizing is that I have to have two Pokemon. One has to activate Photosynthesis, the other one has to activate Tailwind. So I kind of have to decide whether or not it's beneficial. So overall, the overall notes that I have, Tailwind should come over Sun, because Tailwind, even like the Sun is just the added benefit. Wow, there's a lot of people disconnecting. Holy cow. The point of like the team is to be able to take advantage over Tailwind and being faster than my opponents. And if I can get the benefit of that, that's totally fine. But the Sun aspect of it isn't required. See, like this team here. Now we've got Iron Hands, Great Tusk, Palafin, Farafrig, Torkoal, and Ting-Lu. This is going to be like a really like decent team in my opinion. We could be running with like the Torkoal Jumpluff open, but we are going to be looking at like Iron Hands and Great Tusk. I think walking in with Jumpluff and Gyarados first might be like the better option. We'll go in with the Qian Pao, and just in case, we'll walk in with our own Torkoal. We want Torkoal to be in the back. That way we can have another Pokemon to give us that extra added benefit of everything on the team. But we'll see how everything plays out. Iron Hands and Farafrig against Jumpluff and Gyarados. We're going to be lowering down their physical attack. Now, Iron Hands could fake out into Jumpluff, but Jumpluff is wearing Covert Cloak, which prevents it from being stopped. And I'm going to taunt the Farafrig. That way it stops the automatic supporter, but it does leave... okay, fake out there. Totally fine. Tailwind goes off. I was going to say it just does leave... Gyarados open for any type of wild charge after that. So now you can't Trick Room. We're set to go. So we'll go ahead and Sleep Powder the Iron Hands, and we're going to swap Gyarados. Oh, I didn't bring Great Tusk. Fudge. Okay, that's totally fine. We'll go ahead and Dragon Dance instead. With your Farafrig, because Taunt is, a problem. Brings out Ting-Lu. Totally fine. Special attack of all Pokemon, that's totally fine. Sleep Powder goes right on to the Iron Hands, which most of them do not carry Lumberry, so we'll see. Does not do Lumberry, but I'm going to Dragon Dance my Gyarados. This should be quite a bit of a boost for me. And Iron Hands is asleep. And then we'll go ahead and Pollen Puff. Do we do that? Actually, we're gonna swap. And we're gonna just go straight into the Tinglu. Nope, never mind. Tinglu protects. I shouldn't have gone into one slot. Overall note, don't 2 into something. 2 in to 1 slot. Iron Hands is asleep still. So how are we doing on Tailwind? We got one more turn off Tailwind, so it's not a benefit to switch her out now. We're going to sleep the Tinglu though, and we're going to Waterfall the Iron Hands. We wanted to lower its attack down, or its HP down. So these two are going to be asleep. Tinglu's going to be dedicated sleep for this turn. We're going to see if Iron Hands wakes up. He does not. So that side of the field is asleep. I get to do my own thing. And I'm going to swap Gyarados out now because it's not beneficial to have him out. I'm obviously going to go ahead and... What's in the back? What did I bring? Torkoal and... I mean, he's not going to do anything right now. But I'm going to Tailwind again, and I'm going to swap to Chien-Pao. Because the worst could come up from this is that Chien-Pao comes up and not Tinglu, but Chien-Pao wakes up. Not Chien-Pao. Wow, Iron Hands could wake up. But I got Tailwind up, so now my team is good and doubling up. Iron Hands does wake up. We'll do Wild Charge into the Chien-Pao, which won't knock him out because he's bulkier than before. And Tinglu is still fast asleep, which is totally fine. I want him to take the biggest naps ever. And we're just going to put Iron Hands back to sleep. And I mean, they're both at that slot. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do Ice Spinner to Tinglu. Now he could swap and get like the slept Pokemon out of there. But is it beneficial? I'm not 100% sure. But Ice Spinner will come up, hit Tinglu, will not get the KO, but does a pretty good chunk of damage. Here comes Weakness Policy. Attack and special attack goes up 2 stages. Sleep Powder is landing. I love this. Thank you, Sleep Powder and Jump Bluff shenanigans. Tinglu, are you still asleep? Iron Hands is still asleep. That's his dedicated first turn. Tinglu is still also fast asleep. I am loving this. Let's go. And now I can just U-turn and get that Pokemon out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and just Sacred Sword into Iron Hands. It's not going to do a whole lot, but I'm going to use U-turn to get him out. To crit Tinglu to get him out of here, and I'm going to bring in my man Gyarados. I mean, I could bring in Torkoal, but I kind of want to see what he brings in otherwise. And yeah, I know that I lost the stat like boosts with like the Dragon Dance, but I'm putting in a lot of pressure doing this. Farafrig. Shiny. That's dope. We're going to go ahead and taunt Farafrig again. And I'm just going to go straight into... Yeah, I'm just going to go straight into Iron Hands with Ice Spinner. Farafrig will protect. It's good. Ice Spinner goes right into Mr. Iron Hands here, knocking him out. Oh yeah. Taunt won't go anywhere. Now who's your fourth? And we got no more Tailwind. Who is your fourth? Torkoal. Also shiny. That's dope. Now we're kind of in like a pitfall here. I could still taunt the Farafrig, but I also opened myself up with yeah, you know what? We're gonna still taunt because, you know, oh, should I? No, we'll Sucker Punch. Yeah, we're gonna... Okay, Sucker Punch will fail because Torkoal is protecting. Taunting Farafrig will stop the strategy that he has of trying to do Trick Room, which is not something that I want right now. Obviously, I do not want Trick Room to be up. He will go faster in that regard. But now I'm going to go ahead... Oh, that's flying, not water. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to Waterfall, and I'm going to Sucker Punch, because now Farafrig can't do anything else, because it can't do any status moves. So match 3, I'm going to write down Gyarados to Water Terra, because that would have been super beneficial. Now on the Pokemon Home on the phone, it does say the best Terra is Steel. Torkoal with the double protect will not work, unfortunately. Sucker Punch will fail. Oh, well, Armor Tail, that's neat. But Waterfall will come in and hopefully... Oh, it will not get the KO. Interesting. Okay, there's Throat Spray. Interesting. Chien Pao attacked. Oh, okay. Farafrig. That's that. No, that makes sense. All right. We'll go in with the Ice Spinner then. Oh, which one's more effective? Yeah, we'll both go into that slot. Wait, why'd I do that? Why did I do that? Don't do that. That's so stupid of me. Come on, man. Oh, I Dragon Danced. Dope. Never mind. I wasn't stupid. You guys didn't see that. I thought I did a no-no thing. But no, I didn't do a no-no thing. I did the best thing. Citrus Berry will now heal my Gyarados back up to green. Farafrig is now untaunted. Its Terra type is grass, so that's not a good choice for me. We'll come in with our own Torkoal. We will. We will go ahead and Waterfall the Farafrig, and we will Helping Hand our own Gyarados. We're going to allow him to get it. Hopefully he does not get it, but it is sunny out here, so it's probably a terrible choice to try to do a water move. So maybe having a different move altogether. Okay, never mind. We won. They canceled the battle. I guess they didn't want to try to deal with the shenanigans of us constantly going back and forth, but that's dope. 1-0. Oops. 1-1. 2-1. Let's go. So there's match number 3. We're 2-1. We're 2-1 with this team. Okay, let's get to it. Next match, here we go. All right, we got Chi-Yu, Arcanine, Wu Chen, Fluttermane, Iron Bundle, and Great Tusk. Okay, so every single one of these Pokemon, except for 2 of them, have some sort, well, 3 of them, really half the team. Wow, I should really think about what I want to say before I just spout it out. Anyway, so we do have an Extreme Speed Arcanine out there. We do have Chi-Yu. I mean, it's probably beneficial to bring in Great Tusk this time. So we'll probably open up with Great Tusk, and I want to say Chien Pao, but again, they're not as fast anymore. So we're gonna bring in Jumpluff and Great Tusk, and then we'll bring in Gyarados, and we're bringing our Fluttermane. We do not want to bring in Torkoal. Torkoal in this team is a bad idea. We don't want to give the bonuses to Great Tusk because he's most likely scarfed. I'm the dumb one that doesn't scarf mine because I think it's kind of funny and trolly to have, you know, a Great Tusk that is slower than most speedy Pokemon and have an eject packed on him because I think it's funny. And we don't want to give a bonus to their Fluttermanes. They're already 205 speed at base unless they do like a bulky build, which is something I'm trying here. So we don't want to give them any more of a benefit. So we're leaving Torkoal in the back and hopefully coming up with the W here. I can't read those, but we do have Chi-Yu and Arcanine. And we're going to bring out our own Pokemon. So special defense is lowered. Now this this spot. Oh, that's funny. Just right off the bat, we have to swap them out. That's dope. Because Jetpack said no. Okay, so in this situation, we're kind of in a tough spot, right? Because we got two fire types. One of them will for sure outspeed Jumpluff, and with Terra Grass, we're kind of in trouble. We're of course gonna try to do Tailwind, but it's up in the air at this point, and we're just gonna try to do something against this roster. We're gonna do Moonblast to Chi-Yu. They will Terra. Interesting. And it's going to be Chi-Yu. And it's Grass. Good call. If I was going to Sleep Powder, he would be my obvious target. He's kind of faster than I am. But I'm not going. I'm almost going to knock him out. Heat Wave from that Pokemon will almost get the kill, but it will burn Fluttermane, but that's okay. Fluttermane doesn't really do anything with attacks. That will clearly knock out Chi-Yu. That's really, really funny. Life Orb. Good God. Nice try. And I get the Tailwind off. I was really hoping you didn't click Extreme Speed. I'm so glad you didn't. Flare Blitz will go right into Fluttermane. Okay. That should not have been the slot that you went after. I mean, Fluttermane was locked into that, you know, into Moonblast. What am I going to do after that? Oh, but Jumpluff, barely surviving. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. So now my own Intimidator is going to come out. And you're going to send out your own Great Tusk. Neat. Now I'm kind of in trouble because I'm going to swap out Jumpluff for Great Tusk, and I'm just going to Waterfall into that Arcanine. Arcanine right now can use Extreme Speed. I do not know what else that they have, so it's probably best for me just to get them out of the way and into this fray, so I don't have to worry about it. They went through Great Tusk. Great call. That's one less Pokemon I have to worry about like attacking me, which is totally fine. So now Fluttermane comes out. Extreme Speed into that slot, prevented. Thank God. Let's go Waterfall into the Arcanine slot. Will not get the KO, but I don't care. I don't care. This is dope. And I still have that's not gonna have any effect. So we're gonna do Headlong Rush into that slot, and I'm gonna Waterfall into that slot. We're gonna Waterfall into the Arcanine, forcing him to switch out unless he wants to lose it, and we're going to Headlong Rush into Fluttermane, which may knock him out because I have double speed, and right now I outspeed his Pokemon. And thank God I didn't bring in Torkoal, because this would have been a terrible matchup from the get-go. So Headlong Rush goes right into the Fluttermane, will knock it out, get out of here with the crit. Wow. Defenses will drop. Fluttermane will faint. And Arcanine does protect himself because he decided to stay in and use Protect, which I will be doing next turn on my man, Great Tusk. Woo! Woo! And last Pokemon's now out, and it is his Great Tusk. And we're just gonna go right into that slot. Because right now, his Great Tusk cannot hit me with Headlong Rush or Earthquake or anything like that. So it's just like a one-on-one with Gyarados and his Pokemon. So that's really, really cool. I could also keep him with Terra Flying and have Ice Blast or like Terra Blast, but I don't think that's going to be useful in this team as of right now. Okay, so Tailwind is now gone. I'm kind of in a worrisome spot here, but he does know Ice Spinner. I don't think fighting is weak against Ice Spinner, so I'm just gonna go right into that slot. And I'm gonna go Waterfall it up. I'm gonna Terra my Great Tusk to Fighting, which is kind of a Terra, or like a terrible Terra for him, but it seems to work out for him for right now. If you guys have any suggestions on what I should change it, just let me know in the comments down below. But here we go with the close combat Great Tusk battle. Skadoosh, about half, not bad. And my defenses drop another stage. And they do Ice Spinner, which is not gonna knock me out. Nope, I survive with half. And here comes Waterfall, which will knock him out. Booyah! So match number 4 is a resounding success. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this so much. The team is looking pretty nice for its first debut. In case if you guys didn't know, I will be recording a second video, not now, unfortunately, but you guys will have an extra video for me because the preview one should not have been late, and it was, and I couldn't get you something on June 1st. So I'll be giving you guys an extra battle either Friday or, which is today, realistically, and maybe Saturday. So Saturday I'll give you guys 2 videos. But next battle is up. We've got Earthworm, Gyarados, Dragonite, Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, Ting-Lu. Oh boy! So what do we do here? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do now? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do now? Okay, so obviously we should probably bring in a Torkoal, but he's going to be weak against Gyarados, but he is going to be setting up quite nicely for Earthworm. He is part Steel, and I don't really have anyone to deal with it. I mean, Headlong Rush could deal with him, no problem. We'll get set up with Jump Bluff and Fluttermane first, and then we'll have in the back Great Tusk and if I have another fighting type, would I need to bring in Chien-Pao? I mean, I don't have Earthquake, so it's probably not a good idea to do that. We'll bring in Gyarados. We'll leave Chien-Pao out for now. Like the matchup between Chien-Paos is going to be lopsided for sure, because I don't run max speed, but I will outspeed them because Jump Bluff is cool. But we'll see how this goes. We got Gyarados and Earthworm, both shinies. Jealous over here, and I have a little measly Fluttermane and Jump Bluff. So I'm gonna go ahead and just Tailwind it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and just get started with the Thunderbolt, because why not? Now this should knock out this Gyarados without any issues, and we'll see if that's true or not, because I'm not focusing on Earthworm, which is a terrible choice because he does have Shed Skin. And with Shed Skin, we are looking at a weird situation. I don't need to put my match 5, put notes in there. Okay, he's going to Terra first turn, which is really interesting. It's going to go to the Gyarados, and it's going to be Steel. So he will negate the Thunderbolt, which is great. We'll see how the Steel match up with our team here. Thunderbolt right into that slot, which will do about half, which is great. I'll access Tailwind. So now what are you gonna do? You're gonna Thunder Wave the jump left, which is okay, I guess. It's not bad. It's not something I would use, but not bad. And Heavy Slam into the Flutter Mane, which will knock it out, unfortunately. Now the cool thing is, well, I wish I had it now, but the cool thing, now that I have Great Tusk out here, I can Sleep Powder the Earthworm, and actually, I'm gonna Sleep Powder the Gyarados, and I'm gonna Headlong Rush the Earthworm. I'm gonna get him out of here. If it knocks him out. It should. But if it doesn't, that's something to consider. Now you withdrew Gyarados, totally fine. I'm gonna sleep that slot. Flutter Mane comes out. Neat. Also shiny. Very jealous. Booster Energy. Okay. And you are Special Attack. Okay. That's cool. Headlong Rush into... Oh, that's right. Duh. And then Sleep Powder doesn't work. And then Shed Tail. Earthworm drops to half. We'll eat the Citrus Berry, which will get 2/3. Oh, if I would have just remembered the Earth Eater. Dang it. Not a bad combo with Earthworm, but here comes Gyarados with the thing. But now, this is the cool part. Intimidate comes up. It's going to send Great Tusk away because the Jetpack says so. And this is going to be able to bring out my own Gyarados. Which won't affect him because it's a substitute, which is totally fine. What are we looking at for turns? We've got 2 more turns for Tailwind. Protect right now on Jumpluff would be nice. But I'm going to go Sleep Powder again on the Flutter Mane. And I'm going to go with the Dragon Dance. I think that's the play. So I will go first with the Dragon Dance. My Speed Rose. Moonblast will go right into Jumpluff, which will not knock it out. It's pretty close. Sleep Powder into that slot again, but he avoids the attack. And Thunder Wave will go into Gyarados. Which isn't bad. Gyarados having Thunder Wave is pretty interesting move all on its own. But I am running out of Pokemon on the back. We have Great Tusk still there. I mean, we could try to sleep again. I don't think it'll work, but we can try. And then I'm going to go ahead and just Waterfall the Gyarados. I'm going to try to break the sash. Oh, Gyarados is paralyzed. Okay. Dazzling Gleam will not knock out the Gyarados, but it will knock out the Jumpluff, which is totally fine. Gyarados will use Waterfall. Won't be as effective. Citrus Berry will now heal my Gyarados. I think this one is going to be an L, just to how everything's appearing. But we'll see. We shall see, for sure. It is 4 on 2, yeah. And one of my Pokemon is paralyzed right now. We're gonna close combat to that slot, and we're gonna Waterfall into that slot. Hopefully, knock out the sash. So Flutter Mane goes back to bring out Earthworm. Totally fine with this. He's gonna get another Shed Tail up. Dang it! I was hoping Gyarados was faster, but no, he's not. Gyarados uses his substitute. Dang it, dang it, dang it. But that's okay. That Gyarados will then Waterfall, which will unfortunately knock out my Great Tusk. This is a huge L on our part. But I will also knock out his Gyarados. I haven't Terra'd yet, and he just lost his. But I don't think that really matters at this point, because on his side of the field, we're looking at like 3 versus 1, and I don't have a way to heal myself anymore. So that's pretty neat. And I'm also paralyzed. Do I have a +1? I do have a +1. Yeah, because Dragon Dance. That's neat. I'm going to go ahead and use my Terra, because why not? And we're going to go right into the Flutter Mane, because again, why not? So we need to protect on Jump Bluff. We might be looking at Thunder Wave for Gyarados, but I don't think that's required, honestly. Here comes Waterfall. It won't get the KO, but it gets pretty close. And there's another Shed Tail. I might have been able to prevent that, but that Flutter Mane's going to attack before, like again before us, so it's going to be really, really hard. So we'll maybe look into Thunder Wave. And his last Pokemon is Dragonite. On Gyarados. So not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. Even with the +1, he still outspeeds me. That's interesting. So maybe I have to use it twice to be able to outspeed him. Shadow Ball into the slot, and it's not spec'd, so that's cool. I live with 3 HP, let's go. But it doesn't matter. Oh, well, yeah, he's gonna outspeed me too. That is for sure 100% gonna be accurate. But Dragon Dance isn't bad. So, hit the Flutter Mane with our last Waterfall of the game. Pretty much our last one. We're not gonna survive very much longer. But not bad, guys. In our first recording session of Season 7, we're gonna be 3-2. We're in the up and up, so yeah. Let's get into it. Hit me with extreme speed. Earthquake? Why? Why did you do that? You can't Shed Tail now. I mean, I guess it didn't really matter. I think he still had 3 Pokemon left. I think I only knocked out 1. I think? I'm not sure. That was a pretty interesting match, though. I can't be mad about that. That was a pretty good use of, oh, it was 2-on-1. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. Still, good match all the way around. Okay. Oh, there it is. Extreme speed right into jump bluff. Icy wind. Will undoubtedly kill jump bluff, unfortunately. And dazzling gleam. Will annihilate the iron bundle. And we're gonna go ahead and bring in Chin Pao. Why not? Okay, so King Gambit versus Chin Pao. Sword of Ruins is gonna be coming in. Okay, so is he going to... I mean, it wouldn't be best to do that with Dragonite, right? So it's probably just go into these slots here and just call it good. Probably. It would not make any sense to Terra. Also, hi ladies and gentlemen, I didn't realize that my mic didn't pick up in OBS. So, in the first match, you got pure bliss of not listening to me. But I want to thank you guys for watching as long as you have. I appreciate it. Okay. So, jump bluff. Terra, we can change it to something else. Oh, extreme speed still? That's really, really weird. Probably do steel, fire. I mean, we could go water, but I don't see a point. Would that make any sense to you guys? Iron Head right into the Chin Pao. Unfortunately, he goes down. And then now we just bring out our own Gyarados. He sends out Great Tusk. Cool. Oh, Defiant. Neat. We're probably... We got Tailwind off, right? We did not. Oh, interesting. Oh no, Iron Bundle killed us before we got it off. That's right. That's right. All right, yeah, I'll just set up to this. I think that's the best way that I can handle it. Is just set up to that. Defiant is pretty interesting. Gives 2 stages to attack. So it's only like a +1 because he can only realistically upgrade his attack 1 stage because he has to compensate for the minus boost. Great Tusk is gonna Terra Fire, which is interesting. Sucker Punch into Flutter Mane, which will not knock it out. Great Tusk will now then do Rock Slide, which will knock out Flutter Mane. So Tusk is Terra or Scarfed. Probably, I don't know. Waterfall right into the Great Tusk, which will not knock it out, but it gets pretty close. Yeah, why not? I think we lost this one. I think. Gyarados avoids the Rock Slide. Waterfall will come in to knock out. Oh, what? Almost knocking out the Great Tusk. What? Quintal Cleave. With a +2, that still hurts quite a bit. Citrus Berry is going to come in and rescue us. Thank God. I think Great Tusk is Scarfed, and if that's the case, we are we're in kind of good standing. Let's attack King Gambit. Let's see what happens. Nope. Rock Slide comes in. That is a loss. Okay. So internal notes. We're back down to the bottom of Ultra Ball, which is totally fine. We are currently at 3 and 4 out of our 7 fights. So hopefully we start winning our matches. Okay. Next match is up, and we've got Palafin, Arcanine, Iron Bundle, Great Tusk, Flutter Mane, and Amoonguss. We are kind of in a terrible spot here, if you ask me. Because there's a lot of Pokemon in here that could obviously take us down. Iron Bundle being the hardest one to counter at the moment. Because Iron Bundle's in the team, I'm almost told to bring in Torkoal and Jumpluff so that I outspeed Iron Bundle by a lot. Because that's how Chlorophyll works. I think that's what it's gonna be. We'll bring in these two, and then we'll bring in Fluttermane and Chien-Pao. But we're opening the door for half their team. So I'm hoping that I hope that we get the benefit here. He's almost has to bring in Iron Bundle. I feel like I've played this person before, but he has to bring an Iron Bundle because that is a like 100% a thing, which he does. Iron Bundle and Great Tusk. I open up with Torkoal and Jumpluff. Drop cooks in. Photosynthesis goes off, and their attack was heightened. But now Chlorophyll goes up, and then we got Energy Booster or Booster Energy, whichever, and Speed was heightened for the man, the myth, the legend over there. But we're gonna go ahead and Sleep Powder the Iron Bundle. Guys, Great Tusk can't hit us. I mean, you can close combat, but I don't know why you would. Iron Bundle's now asleep. Headlong Rush goes into a Protected Torkoal. What would... Doesn't really have anything. I'm gonna swap into Chien-Pao. And I'm gonna Sleep Powder the Great Tusk. That's my only option here. Now Iron Bundle has to take its standard turn of sleep, which I believe he did last turn, but we'll see. He will protect, which is a good call. Sleep Powder. I think Iron Bundle's asleep again. Yep, still asleep. Good, good, good. Chien-Pao will now Sacred Sword into Iron Bundle, and I will Sleep Powder Great Tusk. If I can keep Great Tusk at bay, I'm gonna be okay. But right now, Iron Bundle is going to be asleep. This is a terrible turn because I did Sleep Powder on that slot, which is gonna be Amoonguss. It's going to ignore it, so that's a good call. But now I'm gonna Sacred Sword into Iron Bundle, which is unfortunate that it's still asleep. So that's a good call by them to swap out Amoonguss into that slot. I was really hoping that I would have woken up though. Here comes Great Tusk. Photosynthesis will go off again. Tailwind's not up. Okay. Tailwind has to go up. That's going to be a huge benefit to my team right now. Tailwind has to go up now. Amoonguss says protect. Good call, but wrong slot. Are you going to double protect though? You do not double protect. And I go with Tailwind. That gives me a boost from my team. Torkoal's out off the field now, so I don't have to worry about that. But now I hit the Great Tusk for a lot of damage, and he'll go in for the close combat, in which Chien-Pao will survive because a 1 HP aspect. Let's go. Focus Sash makes it so I stay alive. Are you using Reject Pack? You are not. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm going to protect here, and you turn... I mean, I could... No, don't Pollen Puff. Don't Pollen Puff. Pollen Puff is good, but it won't do anything to prevent him from sleeping people. So I'm gonna Pollen Puff the Great Tusk instead. I mean, he could protect here, which is totally fine. Okay. That's a decent call, but Pollen Puff is going to go into Great Tusk still because I'm still grass. So I ignore that. But I thank you for the offer. Sunlight's now gone. Who's your last Pokemon? Fluttermane. And I'll go ahead and Pollen Puff now. Okay. Sucker Punch will fail. Pollen Puff. Dazzling Gleam. Ah, thought I would be able to make him survive. Unfortunately, that's not how this works. But now I will bring in my own Fluttermane. Which I do believe Tailwind is still up. It is for one more turn. I'll go ahead and Terra. Dazzle, nope. Shadow Ball. And I will Pollen Puff. No, I'll Sleep Powder. I'll Sleep Powder his Fluttermane. That's probably the better bet. Okay, now they're going to Terra. It's going to be Fluttermane. To be Fire. So it takes away from the weakness of Shadow Ball, which is totally fine. But I do suddenly land a critical hit and drop its special defenses, which I'm okay with. And then I sleep it so it can't do anything this turn. Because I am that much of a douche. Oh, no. Amoonguss, what are you going to do? Sleep? Please do. That'd be great. Yep, Spore right into that slot. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And my team, their Tailwind is gone. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and Shadow Ball again. And Tailwind. Amoonguss right now can't do anything to me. It can't redirect my attacks. I mean, it could have tried to attack me, but it's not gonna really do anything. But I'm gonna activate Tailwind again. Oh, it goes. It's gonna pop. That's cool. So we're going to attack that, and we're just going to go right into the U-turn into that slot. My Fluttermane's asleep. Is yours asleep now? I hit you with the U-turn. Oh, that was a hard hit from the jump up there. But I'm going to bring in Torkoal now. Here comes the Drought. And these two will get a boost. Mine will go up in special attack. What about yours? Photosynthesis. Special attack was also heightened. You're still asleep. And you do Pollen Puff. Not bad. Now, I get to go into this. And I'm going to go right into Eruption. My Fluttermane still stays asleep. Is woke up. Dazzling Gleam. Won't do a ton of damage, but it will lower the damage for Eruption quite a bit. Will unfortunately knock out the Amoonguss. So now we're gonna do this, and I'm just gonna helping hand it. Maybe he'll wake up. Helping hand. Wake up! Wake up! He wakes up! Here comes the Shadow Ball! And it's gonna do a lot of damage. Boom! And match 3 is when we first get our victory. And now we are 1 and 2 for our 5 fights. Oh, so close. So very close. For a while, I didn't know that we were going to make it out of there, but Sleep Powder was coming in clutch. Clutch. And because of Drought, so much clutch. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Oh, that didn't update. Wait, that really didn't update. Alrighty, and our next matchup is ready to go. We've got T-Tar, or Tyranitar, Garganacl, Entity Female, Iron Bundle, Arcanine, and Houndgrave or something. I think that's his name. I'm not 100%. No, Graveyard. That's right. Graveyard. Okay. Because he's got Iron Bundle, I'm almost told to bring in these two. The problem is, what else do I bring? I think Gyarados and Great Tusk is going to be the beneficial officiaries here. He does bring in Indeedee, which not only knows Trick Room, but Psychic Surge. And while I can get rid of it with like Ice Spinner, I don't know anyone on this list is going to be weak against Ice. I mean, Garganacl might. I'm not 100% sure, but I leave myself open quite a bit too. So I think this team right here is going to be their best, and we'll give it a shot. I mean, why not? What can happen? We lose? Oh man. We are building a team from scratch, and we are going to try to hit Master Rank in Season 7. So, and with a better win-loss record. I know that you guys didn't get to hear the intro because for some reason the mic didn't register, but you know, that's the thing. Iron Bundle and Arcanine. So we kind of called that. It's okay. We don't need to have the Intimidate on right now anyway. But we are going to go ahead and get started because we got the Drought. You've got the Quark Drive. So Booster Energy was used. We're going to Protect here. And we're going to Sleep Powder there. Kind of like we did last time. He withdrew Arcanine, which is a good choice. Get that Intimidate, you know, fodder going. And here comes T-Tar, which is going to drop our speed for Jump Bluff. Hydro Pump will go into Torkoal, which will not land. And we Sleep Powder the Iron Bundle. Now, T-Tar is going to most likely be built with Assault Vest. So it's a good thing that we didn't bring in Chien Pao because Sash would have been broken there. We're going to go ahead and... What would happen if I did Helping Hand to Jump Up? What attacks do we... Got Pollen Puff that super affects it. We got U-Turn that super affects it. But is that beneficial? I think switching out to... We're going to switch out to Great Tusk, and we're going to Sleep Powder the T-Tar. I think that's the play. Because now we're going to force them to either Tyranitar or risk being hit with Headlong Rush or even Close Combat. I think Close Combat is what does it. But Sleep Powder is going to hit on the T-Tar. Now those two are going to be asleep for a while. Especially with T-Tar, he has to have his dedicated turn of being asleep. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and do Close Combat on the Iron Bundle, and we're going to go ahead and use U-Turn, or not U-Turn, but Tailwind on my side of the field. We need to get that off before Iron Bundle wakes up, and he's still asleep. Thank you, Jesus. Tailwind now goes off. Close Combat will now hit the Iron Bundle, knocks him out. Get out of here. Now it's cool. Iron Bundle gets taken out. Our eject pack gets taken off. And then Torkoal comes back in and resets the weather. So while it may not work right now, but look at this. Torkoal comes in and goes, hey, it's now sunny. Thanks for trying. And T-Tar remains asleep. The only thing is that eject pact strategy can only work once. So that's it. That's cool. Okay, Arcanine will now come out on his side of the table. Lowers my attack, that's totally fine. But Jumpluff, unfortunately, needs to get out of the field now. So I'm going to protect with Torkoal. I'm going to U-turn into T-Tar to get him off the field. Because Arcanine can still use Extreme Speed or Will-O-Wisp to kind of do some chip damage, but it's probably not as beneficial as it should be. But I need to get Jumpluff out of here now. Oh, we proc Weakness Policy. Oh, interesting. Okay, which means that you're not Assault Vest. So you are going to be a primary focus right off the bat. But now I lower your attack one whole stage. So your 2 stages now goes down to 1. Use Snarl, which isn't going to hurt Torkoal much. You'll do a little bit of damage to Gyarados, but who cares? And Tyranitar woke up to do Rock Slide, which won't do anything to Torkoal, but will do quite a bit of damage to our Gyarados. Oh, it'll knock it out. That's also 100% true. But now, we gotta bring out our big boy, Great Tusk, which is gonna get a huge boost now. Now, if I had Earthquake, this would be like a cool strategy, but unfortunately, I do not. So it's not gonna... Actually, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna Helping Hand the Great Tusk here, and we're gonna Headlong Rush right into that T-Tar. I should honestly do Close Combat, but I already clicked it, so we'll see what happens. He could change T-Tar to Flying, in which this attack would do nothing. But even with Flying, would Fighting really hurt him? I don't think so. But here comes the Terra on T-Tar, and it's going to be Ghost. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. I see you. I mean, Headlong Rush is still going to do a lot of damage to you. Is it going to do enough, though? Just barely not. Just not enough. Will-O-Wisp will go into the Great Tusk, though. And Great Tusk will now do what? Rock Slide. Which will do a lot to the Torkoal, unfortunately. Because he's burnt, he's going to do a little less damage. Now, let's do a Heat Wave. Because why not? I can also do Knockoff, which is really funny if you think about it. Tailwind goes for one more turn, and we got Harsh, Sunlight, and 2. You know what? Yeah, Heat Wave. I don't think Torkoal is going to attack here, though. So I think Protect is best. And we'll knock off whatever Tyranitar's holding. Oh, wait, we already knew what he was holding. He was holding Weakness Policy. But this will knock him out. Because I go first. And Rock Slide's a problem. So, bye-bye. I don't want to deal with you anymore. Thanks for playing. And Flare Blades right into the Torkoal, which isn't going to do a whole lot. You should have went into the Great Tusk. You're kind of leaving him there. Torkoal, even though it has Helping Hand, isn't really doing a whole lot. Just saying. But now the speeds out are now even, because unfortunately Tailwind is gone. And Sun is also going to be disappearing here pretty quickly. Houndstone. Not Graveyard. It's Houndstone. Okay, we're going to Helping Hand the Great Tusk, and we're going to go ahead and just do Knockoff on the Houndstone. Because that last Remnant or whatever, that move that does more damage for how many knockout Pokemon are behind him, that sucks. I don't want to deal with that. And I don't think he's faster than Great Tusk. We'll see. And he's not. So, well, it's just a little over half. But I did knock off his Choice Scarf. So now he's even slower. Torkoal will not fall with 2 HP remaining. Arcanine will get hit by the recoil. And last respects into the Great Tusk, which will do a lot. No. God dang it. Sunlight faded. And now it's just Jump Bluff. And poor old Torkoal here with just barely any HP left. We're going to protect here and Sleep Powder the Arcanine. See if we can draw out this game just a little bit more. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough. I think we could do it. Protect. Because I definitely outspeed these two. Sleep Powder the Arcanine, which will work. Arcanine is asleep. Now, are you gonna last respects the Jump Bluff. Is he faster than the Torkoal? I think at this point it doesn't really matter, right? I'm just gonna click Heat Wave and see what happens. Arcanine's gonna wake up. Probably not. Nope, he's asleep. Do I attack before Houndstone? Nope, I do not. Good game. Woo! Okay, so for that match, we know that Earth Power would have been super handy for Torkoal. I was gonna say, well, the last time that you said that, nothing updated, but now we're in 9 matches. We're 4 and 5. It's not bad. It's not bad. Hopefully we get another W, so we ended at 5 and 5, because that'd be dope. Okay, so rank 10. Let's go. Our final match of this video. We've got Fluttermane, Chi-Yu, Iron Bundle, Chien-Pao, Dragonite, and Ting-Lu. Holy cow. All right. If we had a team of overpowered Pokemon, this is it. So now they have on our bundle, we have to bring in our Torkoal, Jump Bluff, open. What else do I bring for the rest of it, though? Fluttermane and Great Tusk. I think those are going to be like the best ones to bring in. Gyarados was really, really helpful, but because he has Iron Bundle, I have to bring in the full Sun Core just to outspeed just that Pokemon. And again, if we wanted to keep the Tailwind mechanic, we could swap out both Jump Bluff and Torkoal to bring in Talonflame and Klefki. We can have our Sun user come out, and we can also have our Tailwind user come out. But I think that defeats the purpose, because if those two come out just to swap in the other two, it may not be like the best ones to have. At least that's how I see it. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys agree with me. But we have Iron Bundle and Chi-Yu. Start off the match. Okay. Problem is, what do I do here? I have two people who literally stare me down with no regard to anybody else. I have to Sleep Powder. Yeah, I have to do Iron Bundle. Like, I'm ×4 to Ice right now because Jump Bluff is Grass Flying, and Ice does not do well with that. I love how I went from a Dragon Ground to a Grass Flyer. I love that for me. It's great. All right, They're gonna tear a Chi-Yu into grass. Good call. However, I didn't focus on that Pokemon first. I actually chose Iron Bundle. Unless you protected here, in which that was an excellent call. And you didn't, so I'm gonna sleep powder the person that is ultimately faster than anyone on my side of the team. So there's that, and you're gonna Dark Pulse into the Torkoal. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna start erupting. I can't sleep powder him anymore. So I think this grass. Who do I have? I'm gonna this grass. I think close combat is still a problem. Yeah, we're gonna get Jumpluff out of here. Doing a little bit of damage to Chi-Yu, lower his stats down a bit. He's probably scarfed. So I'm gonna swap to Great Tusk, because we need to get Iron Bundle out of here. I'm hoping that they'll stay asleep for one more turn. Heat Wave, which Torkoal will avoid, and Great Tusk will also avoid. Let's go into the Eruption, which will now take down the Chi-Yu. And the Iron Bundle, let's go. Get out of here, both of you. Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's go. I was not expecting that whatsoever, but I will totally take the dubs. Whew. Okay. Tinglu, good call. And is it Arcanine? It is not Arcanine, but it's Fluttermane. All right, all right. Photosynthesis will now kick in, and special attack was heightened. Okay. Oh no, did I betcha that's gonna be me again, isn't it? No, it wasn't me. It was them. It still sucks, but I got the W. Let's go. Alrighty, so our first match is ready to go. We've got Armarouge, Dash Bun, that's interesting. Dragonite, Iron Hands, not Hariyama. Wow, I can't remember his Hawlucha. That's it. Wow, and Indeedee. Okay, so we will have a little bit to worry about for not Ceruledge, but Armarouge, because he does know Trick Room. He knows also Wide Guard, and because Indeedee is in the field, we do have the Expanding Force open that does tend to wreck quite a bit of teams. However, we are not set to have anyone with a lot of speed, so we don't have to go in with Torkoal and Jumpluff. Instead, we'll go in with the Jumpluff so that we can get our Tailwind up, and we can go in with Great Tusk. I think that'll be like a really good compromise to that. And then let's see, we do have a fighting type, so it wouldn't be good to bring in Chien Pao, but Ice Spinner would take away from the priority moves. But as long as that we're on the ground, we're gonna be fine. So we're gonna bring in Torkoal and Fluttermane. I only have 4 seconds left, so I had to pick. I had to pick. But we're gonna bring in Torkoal, that way we can have stuff in the back in the event that we can, you know, move in to better graces with like Great Tusk and Fluttermane. So let's get it started. So Indeedee Armarouge, it's cool. And we're gonna go ahead and get started off with our Pokemon here with Jumpluff and Great Tusk. Now we can sleep our first turn, which I think I'm gonna do. No. We don't want to do that. We're gonna go ahead and sleep powder the Indeedee, and we're going to headlong rush the Armarouge. I think that's because we're fearing that Expanding Force is gonna come out. So Indeedee gets switched out. which is totally fine. For Dash Bun. Dash Bun's gonna go to sleep here in just a minute. So that could be a Lava Plume coming out from from Armarouge. He's gonna go to Grass Terra, which is why we didn't go to that, but it does make Headlong Rush weaker. Does the Lava Plume to get the Well-Baked Body from Dash Bun to go up 2 stages, which will do a lot of damage for Jump Left and critical on the Great Tusk, which is a terrible thing to have. But now Dash Bun's asleep. Headlong Rush right into Armarouge, which isn't going to do a whole lot, but not a bad combo if I say so myself. Not a bad combo. We'll use the Eject Pack to get Great Tusk out of there. I mean, Torkoal is a good option, but Dash Bun is out there and will unfortunately not take a whole lot of damage. It's got +2 speed, or defenses, I'm sorry. We're gonna go ahead and we can use Pollen Puff on Armarouge. He doesn't have anything too fast for me to not be able to counter. So we'll do that. And then we'll get set up with Helping Hand. Why not? Well, Helping Hand Jump Bluff. Let's see if that does a little bit more damage for Pollen Puff. It kind of does, but not enough. And Jump Bluff goes down. I mean, Dash Buns is kind of getting bulky. His defenses are really high. So I think... Oh, what do I do? It's a good question. Yeah, we'll do that. I think Fluttermane's going to be the best option here. Okay, now we will go ahead and Terra to Dazzling Gleam, and we will Helping Hand the Fluttermane. I think that's the best option that I have for this particular squad. Jump Bluff's now gone, so we don't get the speed boosts, so it's not doubled, but we do need to put in a lot of offensive pressure now. Dash Bun's +6, they're +4 now. And I can't use any attacking moves until he gets off the field. So Dash Bun is asleep. Oh, that's funny. Is he... Well-Baked Body. Oh, interesting. Okay. So Dazzling Gleam from Helping Hand Torkoal is going to do a lot of damage. Let's see how much. It will get the double KO for sure. It took a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, but we did get it. Eventually, we got it. But I'm going to have to write that down wherever I put my... Oh, there it is. So Dash Bun and Armarouge is faster than Fluttermane? That's... Okay. Okay. I will have to mark that down. It's really, really interesting. Who else is faster than Fluttermane? But Fluttermane's stats... I have it written down here. Fluttermane has 173 speed at level 50. Oops, that's probably terrible to the mic. So that's interesting. We're gonna Dazzling Gleam again, and we're gonna Helping Hand the Fluttermane again. Still, I mean, because why not? So, oh, acrobatics. Does a lot. And again, Hawlucha's faster than Fluttermane. That's, again, it's really, really interesting. And Heal Pulse, which will not do anything. But now we come in with Great Tusk, and we're kind of in trouble here, kind of. This is a good question. What do we do? There's no effect there. Not very effective. We're going to close combat the Indeedee, and yeah, why not? Heat Wave. Okay, follow me from the Indeedee. That's totally fine. I mean, we're going to knock off anything that you have anyway. Oh, the acrobatics just barely not knocking out Torkoal. But now we get to see what we have. And Heat Wave will come in and do quite a bit of damage to both. I like that. I like that a lot. And sunlight has faded, so photosynthesis has also gone off. And now the weirdness has also disappeared. Okay. Not very effective. I have not very effective stuff against this Pokemon, so let's go. You know what? Let's ooh. He outspeeds both. I don't think Protect is like the best option here, at least not for... I mean, we could do knockoff. It doesn't lower down my defenses. We'll Protect with the Torkoal. He probably will go into that. Oh, he also protected. That's cool. This is the kind of thing that we wanted to prevent. I didn't want to go 1-2 into one thing, and 2, not give him an out of creating an outline. So I kind of did create one for him, unfortunately, but I can go with the Helping Hand to give Great Tusk a little bit more athleticism, I guess. Hopefully it'll do enough. Drain Punch on the Torkoal will not do very much because it's only 3 HP, so he'll go up very slightly. See, slightly. He should have went after Great Tusk, but it's not a bad like turnaround. But that's not doing hardly anything either, unfortunately. Dang. I guess well, no, because he doesn't have an item. That would have done more if he had an item. I don't really want to drop any stats. If I do, it's going to be a guaranteed knockout. You know what? We'll give it a try. We'll have to. Acrobatics. Oh, he'll survive. Or he'll die. Never mind. I lost, but that's okay. That's totally fine. Yes, continue battling. Oh, there it is. There. Wait, what? It's still 10 and... Did I? No, I couldn't have only done 4 matches yesterday. That's stupid. Here we go. We've got Fluttermane, Tatsugiri, Iron Valiant, Dodonzo, Flamingo, and Garganacl. That's really, really interesting. All right, so let's see here. What do I do for this particular team? I mean, Iron Valiant has been used to be the supporter Pokemon. Flamingo copies random stuff. I kind of don't like that, but we need to come in with Jumpluff, and that's kind of like really, really slow Pokemon, except for Tatsugiri and Fluttermane. So I think we'll go in with the Fluttermane mix here, and then we will bring in... ooh, this is a good question. There's a lot of flying types. By fly a lot, I mean just the one. Should I bring in Gyarados here? I mean, he would take out Garganacl quite a bit. And I think, no, these are all special attackers. We'll bring in Torkoal. I'm running out of time. Okay, so we need to look at Dash Buns speed, Hawlucha speed, and we need to look at armor speed. Okay, So now with this, we can get kind of set up. We've got Garganackle and what's on the other side? Garganackle and Dodonzo. There we go. Okay, so we could go ahead and get started off with like the Tailwind, but I think the best option here is to go ahead and sleep the, well, it might be best. We're gonna sleep the Garganackle first, and then we're going to Thunderbolts into the Dodonzo. He will probably swap into Tatsugiri, but he doesn't, and I go for the Thunderbolt first. Takes about 2/3. He will get hit with the Weakness Policy. Raises attack 2 stages, so now if he switches into the Tatsugiri, he will be 2 stages up further, so he'll be +4 instead of the +2, which is really, really good if you ask me. But Garganackle is asleep. He'll use Avalanche on Jump Left, which will knock him out, unfortunately. I was able to get 1 Sleep Powder off, but it's really weird that Dodonzo has Avalanche. So now we'll bring out Gyarados to lower down their attack. You know, we'll lower it down 1 stage. And make Garganackle kind of useless, but we will go ahead and Waterfall the Garganackle and Thunderbolt the Dodonzo. Calculating. What do we do here? What do we do here? All right, he's gonna Terra. Interesting. And it's Dodonzo. That's kind of a terrible choice if you ask me. It's gonna be Ground, so it makes him immune to Thunderbolt, which is totally fine, I guess. I mean, it stops me from knocking him out, so I guess it's not that bad, but in comparison between the two, I think having him like go now is terrible. Oh, hey! Neat! Fluttermane will actually survive a heavy slam. I thought that he never survives anything because the difference is freaking huge. Anyways, so we'll go ahead and Dragon Dance the Gyarados, and we will Terra, Dazzling Gleam. Oh no, never mind, we won't. We'll swap Fluttermane out for Torkoal instead. We're going to do this instead because I need to be able to get him off the field, or at least Fluttermane off the field. And with Dragon Dance, we'll get +1 speed and +1 attack. Because I want to use my Terra for another Pokemon. But Recover will take him back up to full. Does Dodonzo have Sleep Talk? He does. What do you use? Avalanche, which won't do as much, but it'll work. I wonder if Taunt will stop it. I'm gonna taunt the Garganackle for sure, and then I'm gonna Eruption, because why not? Eruption is fun. So I'm going to stop you from doing your shenanigans, including Recover. Ooh, Sleep Talk fails? Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. We'll use Earthquake. Won't affect Gyarados, but will hit Torkoal for quite a bit. Will not get the KO, but it does weaken him and his Eruption. Salt Cure will now go on to the Gyarados, which will do damage. So that's terrible. And here comes the Eruption. And won't do a whole lot. Now Gyarados is on a timer. Terrible timer, but Citrus Berry will get him back. Okay, so we're gonna Waterfall. And we're gonna hit Garganacl, and we're going to Helping Hand the Gyarados. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, he could still use Sleep Talk, but oh, Garganacl swapped. And he throws out Iron Violent. Okay. And Quark Drive. So he's got the booster energy. The speed was heightened. I use Helping Hand. Here comes the Waterfall. Right into that slot, which isn't going to do a whole lot of damage. Aha! And he uses Earthquake, which doesn't affect Gyarados. But it will knock out Torkoal and almost knock out his own Pokemon Iron Valiant. Like I said, Gyarados is on a timer. He's going to get hit a lot with Salt Cure. So now we've got a very interesting decision here. I don't think that we're going to pull the W from this, but we're going to do our best. Spirosynthesis now activates for our side. We're going to go ahead and use Waterfall on that. Terra, Dazzling Gleam, and hit both of them with a super boosted Fairy type Flutter Mane, which may or may not outspeed the rest of his team, but we'll see. We are spec'd, so we're kind of living on borrowed time right now. Shadow Sneak. Nope. That'll take out the Flutter Mane. Oh, that stinks. That's okay, though. So, match 2. 0 and 2. Iron Valiant. Not bad. Like I said, we're still gathering data to see what we can do and make changes to the game. That way, or not to the game, but to the team. That way we can be a little bit more efficient. I still am a little mad that I lost one of my matches. I'm actually really mad about that. Because, oh, look, it still says like I haven't had 10 matches. This is number 12. Well, going to be 13. Okay, so our next match is up. Well, we've got Talonflame, Grimmsnarl, Flutter Mane, Great Tusk, Golduck, and Golden Go. Very interesting team here. So we will probably have Tailwind user, so we have to get ours in. We could have someone bring in the Sun from Grimmsnarl, so that's really, really interesting. We'll probably need to bring in Gyarados as well. Probably have to bring in our own Flutter Mane too. And just for safety, we'll bring in Chien Pao. Because Talonflame's flying, it's also fire. We don't want to bring in Great Tusk. We don't have Earthquake, we don't have Rock Slide, but we do have Gyarados. So we'll bring that in for this team. And we're leaving Torkoal in the back. In the event that he does bring out Grimmsnarl, then they can set up the Sun and I can kind of sit pretty. But as for right now, I'll just let them worry about it. Talonflame, Great Tusk. Okay. Saw that coming. Now in this situation, Jumpluff is kind of in a terrible spot. So Booster Energy on Great Tusk will higher its effectiveness, but it's also going to be pretty bad. But we'll go ahead and do the Tailwind, and we will then taunt Talonflame. Because we know how to deal with, you know, Talonflame. He could do Brave Bird, but it's not going to do a whole lot. And he could also do Will-O-Wisp, but again, it's not going to do a whole lot. Because essentially what you want to do is set up the Tailwind, which is what he did, and I'm going to do the same. And I'm also going to shut him off for his own taunt after that. Right now, Great Tusk can't do anything. So I'm just going to sit here and look pretty. And then I'm just going to go ahead and sleep powder. Because, you know, why not? What would I like to do? I think Dragon Dance might be the best option here. Because right now, Great Tusk can't hurt me outside of, you know, close combat. So if he knows Headlong Rush or Earthquake, it does nothing to my side of the field. So right now, Great Tusk isn't doing anything. Talonflame is a little bit to worry about, at least to jump bluff, because it is still grass flying. But I could sleep it and make it not do stuff for a while. It will Brave Bird into Gyarados. Break his own Gale Wings. Sleep Powder into that slot. Again, totally fine. And Smart Strike. Okay. I don't know what Smart Strike does, but I have Covert Cloak, so if it had a secondary effect, it doesn't do anything. But I'm going to give myself a +1 in attack and speed. And I'm going to go ahead and sleep the Great Tusk. And then I'm just going to Waterfall the Talonflame, because why not? I think Great Tusk is a little bit... Okay, never mind. Battle was canceled. I slept one of your dudes. You couldn't finish out the battle. I've seen this screen before, and it didn't seem to do anything. Oh, now you'll do it. Next matches up, we've got Abomasnow, Scythin, Volcarona, Sandy Shocks, Azumarill, and Iron Hands. All of these Pokemon are incredibly slow, except for Scythin and Volcarona. Volcarona knows Tailwind, and Scythin knows the... I think it's called Snow Rush or Slush or whatever like that. It doubles when it's in the particular weather. So we might have a Weather War in our hands. So we'll bring in Torkoal, Jump Bluff, because, I mean, Jump Bluff might actually be the worst one, but we need it in case if we... I think we're going to need to open up with that. We'll bring in Great Tusk and Fluttermane. I think it's going to be the best choice out of this group here. So none of the Terra choices that I had for Jump Bluff would have made sense in the last battle. So maybe we should invest in something a little bit different. Possibly like maybe water. But they will open up with Sandy Shocks and Iron Hands. Both shiny, looking fabulous as always. Okay, so Torkoal is going to go ahead and protect here, and we're going to go ahead and Sleep Powder the... I want to say Sandy Shocks. I think that's the best course of action here. We are part flying, but we do leave ourselves open for Iron Hands. So yeah, we'll sleep Sandy Shocks. They will Terra. Is it Sandy Shocks? It is Sandy Shocks. Is it Grass? It is Ice. So he has Abomasnow in the back. Gonna protect. And Fake Out goes into the Torkoal. Does. Interesting. But I will Sleep Powder. And it will fail. So it avoided the attack. Terra Blast into Jump Bluff. That's ×4. And that's going to get to KO. So now we're going to come in with the Fluttermane. We made the gamble. We should have done Tailwind, but we made the gamble, and that's all that really matters. We're going to Helping Hand the Fluttermane, and we're going to just do this and hope for the best. Zero water. Helping Hand. And Dazzling Gleam. Here we go. We'll get the double KO. Let's go. Super strong. Oh, and there's a spider in my room. That's neat. I think I got it. I think I killed it. Okay. Lava Snow. And Saitan. Both shinies. Congratulations. Here comes the snow warning, which is neat. And Protosynthesis now wears off. So I'm going to swap out and do Great Tusk, which is a terrible choice, but it's definitely better than what I've got. Well, wait. Is it best to do that? Well, they've got... I think I'm faster? You know what? I'll give it a try. I'll give it a shot. Let's see what happens, guys. Helping Hand on Fluttermane. Because, like, none of those two are going to do a whole lot to Torkoal. Stamping Destruction, Stomping Tamper does not KO the Fluttermane because he is bulky. But I will barely get the KO on Saitan. And Abomasnow holds on just because of Focus Sash. This is amazing. And Abomasnow uses Aurora Veil. Oh, that's neat. Okay. Gets resistance to both physical and special type moves. We'll go ahead and do Eruption just because we can. And Dazzling Gleam because also we can. Battle is canceled. Never mind. We will not do any one of those things. Jesus, that's so strong. Even without the sun, it is super strong. Are we, is it taking a while to load up? Ah, there we go. 3 days. Not 3 days. 1,000 points. Let's go. Continue battling. We're halfway through. Once more. Match number 5. Let's see. Our final match of the day is finally here. We've got Tinglu, Mousehold, Screamtail, Scizor, Tatsugiri, and Dodonzo. So we have the sushi build, the obnoxious one-hitter for Bullet Punch, Screamtail, which says no to a lot of things, Tinglu, and Mousehold, which also says no to a lot of things. So Torkoal isn't going to be useful here. So I think Jumpluff, Chien-Pao might be like the most useful combo in the beginning. And then we'll size it up with a Great Tusk in the back. And just to be funny, we'll bring in Gyarados. I mean, why not? I think in episode 3, when you guys will see this on, or not this video, because we're currently on episode 3, but episode 4, with the video that you'll see on Monday, we will start changing Terra types and seeing which one fits better with the team. So we have Tinglu and Mousehold, kind of for like foreshadowed event here that I saw. That's cool. And we are faster than both of these Pokemon on our side, so we're going to go ahead and just Sleep Power the Tinglu, and we're going to Sacred Sword into Mousehold. I think that's the option here. Okay. They Terra. It is going to be the Tinglu. Is it grass? It is not. It's rock. Okay. Follow Me will go into the Mousehold, which unfortunately... Oh no, Sacred Sword will go into that slot, which will automatically knock out Mousehold. Thank you for being faster. And now Sleep Powder will go into that slot. And it'll fail, because it avoided the attack. Rock Slide with a Terra boosted variant will not KO, but it'll get pretty close. It's about half. Okay, so sleeping right now isn't going to be the option. Instead, we're going to go ahead and get set up with the Tailwind. And we're going to Sacred Sword this up into... I mean, should we do Tinglu? I mean, he is the problem. Rock Slide into both slots is pretty hard. but we're leaving Scizor open. Either one is terrible. Okay, we're gonna protect instead. He withdrew Ting Lu, which is good. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Bring out Screamtail. All right, cool. I will then go ahead and protect myself. They will Bullet Punch. The knockout Chumpluff. I didn't get the Tailwind off. I thought I would be able to, but Bullet Punch is priority, so I can't really do anything about that. But we will come in with the Gyarados. The Screamtail is a little bit of a problem. I won't lie. And we're going to drop their attack by 1 stage. And we'll go ahead and taunt the Screamtail and Sucker Punch the Scizor. Sucker Punch will go into that slot. We'll drop it to half. Bullet Punch into Qian Pao. We'll get the KO, unfortunately. Now, Screamtail is going to be faster, but it'll do Howl to go up 1 stage. So they're at normal now. But now I talked. So now Screamtail can't do any of that nonsense. It looks like we're going to go in 2 and 3 for this one. I have a feeling that we may lose. But we'll do our best, for sure. But we're going to knock off whatever Screamtail's holding. Scizor will protect, which is a good move. Play Rough will go into the Great Tusk, which will do quite a bit of damage. And it will drop its attack. It's unfortunate. Knock Off will come in. Do a little bit of damage, but it knocks off the Citrus Berry. And Waterfall, unfortunately, will go into a protected attack. Dang. So now we're going to Waterfall into that slot. It's best not to Terra. Actually, it might be best to Terra. No, we're going to Dragon Dance and Protect. I think that's the best option here. He's flying. Gyarados is flying. He's also water, so Bullet Punch may not do a whole lot. Bullet Punch will go into the Great Tusk slot. And what are you going to do, Screamtail? Play Rough also into that slot. Interesting. But now I get a free turn just to Dragon Dance and do Gyarados things. It's so funny. I love bringing in Pokemon to do their things. So attack and speed +1. And we're going to go ahead and just Waterfall the Scizor. And we're going to Headlong Rush the Screamtail. Bullet Punch into Great Tusk. Won't do a lot. Waterfall into Scizor will get the KO. Here comes Play Rough. Yep. Into that slot. We'll drop Great Tusk down to 15 HP. He will barely survive, but here comes Headlong Rush, which will barely not get the KO. Oh, come on, game. You should have just given me that. And shook off Taunt. That's cool. I don't think it matters at this point. Here comes the Ting Lu with the rock and all that. We could focus primarily on the Ting Lu, and I think we'll get the KO. We'll try that. Waterfall goes right into the Ting Lu, drops him a little less than half. He will disable to get that Waterfall taken off of Gyarados, which is totally fine. We now do a Headlong Rush, which will just barely not KO the Ting Lu. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, why? Why? Alrighty, so we are disabled from using Waterfall for 5 turns. Ouchies. We're gonna also go ahead and protect. Play Rough will go into the Gyarados slot. Won't do a whole lot. And Rock Slide will come out of Ting Lu, which will also not do a whole lot. I can't attack, so we are kind of left standing in a weird, awkward position. Well, we're okay for the most part. Like I said, I don't think we'll get the dub from here. If Great Tusk was able to knock out Pokemon and not leave them at like 1 or 2, it would have been better. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Citrus Berry will come in to raise our Gyarados back over to the green. Rock Slide will now come out, and we'll miss because why not? We're gonna go ahead and protect, as trying to outlive this this disable nonsense. But I'm now +2 in 2 of my stats. It's gonna be a lot harder to deal with now. Now, if I had Surf here, that would be perfect, but I don't. Maybe an AoE's use on Gyarados might be useful. I still have Disable for 1 more turn, so we'll go ahead and taunt Scream Tail, because why not? So if it was going to do anything else, it wouldn't be able to. Play Rough into that slot. Now, come on. Miss Rock Slide. Yes! Rock Slide misses again. Let's go. And we're going to go ahead and... which one do I want to do? See, this is where like Snarl would like kick in like a lot right now, because I can knock out both of these guys in 1 hit. Oh, come on. I mean, Screamtail is... he's taunted. He can't disable. So I'm going to take out Ting Lu. Jump Bluff, come back. Pollen Puff me real quick and then die again. Play Rough into that slot, drops him down to 4. Oh, this is a 1-on-1? Oh, we did this. We won. We won. Oh my God. We barely won this. Oh, wow. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. Pokefans alike, we barely took that one. We barely took that. Alrighty, and our first match is ready to go. We've got Grimmsnarl, Moongus, Iron Bundle, Ting Lu, Cerule Edge, and Qian Pao. It's a very decent team. Someone that could easily counter Trick Room or even set up Trick Room with Grimmsnarl, but he does have Iron Bundle. And because Iron Bundle is in the roster, we are forced to come in with Torkoal and Jump Bluff, just because I don't want to be outsped by Iron Bundle. And if I were to come in with anybody else, I would not have the ability to really counter. Now, everyone else seems pretty easily dealt with. We're going to bring in Gyarados, and I think our best option would be to go in with Great Tusk, maybe? I was thinking about Fluttermane. Actually, Fluttermane might be the best one. He might be the best one. Instead of Great Tusk or Qian Pao, we don't really want to... We'll get the biggest benefit of the two for sure, but the bigger benefit is to how to deal with the Pokemon that you can bring in. Ting Lu, we can have, you know, Gyarados take care of it, but if it's like Qian Pao, Gyarados can't really do anything to Qian Pao. But we got Grimmsnarl and Cerule Edge to start, which is kind of a problem here, for sure. Even though that we've got Torkoal here, we need to decide which one's going to be the better option. We're going to go ahead and get the Tailwind set up. We could be taunted here by Grimmsnarl, because he does have Taunt. You'll do the Misty Terrain. Okay. Prevent status effects. Which is okay in my opinion, because then that turns off like the Bitter Blade will go off and we'll take out the Jump Up. That's totally fine. Because now he has a problem. And it's a major one. Because now I'm going to walk in with a really, really pissed off Fluttermane. This is how this is going to work. Because Jumpluff was faster, we're going to Helping Hand, Fluttermane, Terra, Dazzling Gleam. It's not going to do very much to the Ceruledge, but that's totally fine. Because now this is a very souped up, very, very souped up Fluttermane, and it's going to have a Helping Hand of a defense. And because Tailwind is Tailwind, we get a first dibs. Good going with the light screen. But here goes. Ooh. There goes Grimmsnarl. Bitter Blade on the Fluttermane, which will get the KO. That was not even effective. All right, all right. He has not done anything boosting besides just using the Misty Terrain. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research on Ceruledge. Can't have his defenses drop because of Clear Amulet, which is totally fine. We're going to Protect on the Torkoal, and we're going to Waterfall on the Ceruledge. This is Chien-Pao. It is not. It's for Ceruledge, and he's going to turn to Grass. It's like a direct counter to the team that I have. Protect on Chien-Pao as well as Torkoal. Waterfall. Won't do a whole lot. Aha, he flinched and cannot move. Probably Flash Fire, but we'll give it a try. And we'll go ahead and protect. Withdrew Ceruledge, not Ceruledge, ouch, Chien-Pao, to bring in Iron Bundle. Okay, and I'm going to protect Gyarados. Fork Drive is activated. So is this Flash Fire or Weak Armor? Uses Bulk Up. First time he ever used a buffing move besides Bitter Blade, so that's interesting. Eruption, and it is Flash Fire. But I take out Iron Bundle. And Tailwind's now gone. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. We're gonna go again. And I mean, we could. Let's taunt. Let's see what happens. Chien-Pao will do the Protect, which is fine. I will taunt. See if it was going to go for another Bulk Up. It was not. Didn't Bitter Blade. That's a lot of damage, even for a non-effective move. That's a lot. Now, Chien-Pao did protect, so Eruption is not going to do a whole lot. But this is definitely an L. I want to know why that is as powered up as it is. That's so weird to me. Because Bitter Blade doesn't get a boost, as far as I'm aware. Sacred Sword goes into Torkoal. Bitter Blade goes into Gyarados, which is protected. And Torkoal now does Eruption, which is going to get flash fired. But it will hit the Chien-Pao for quite a bit. And the light screen wore off. We could do this. Probably not going to make a whole lot of difference at this point, but we'll give it a try. Okay. Ice Spinner goes right into the Gyarados, which will knock him out, unfortunately. And here comes the Bitter Blade right into Torkoal. That's still a lot. That is still a lot. And we'll do Heat Wave, why not? And Torkoal goes up, that's totally fine. Flash Fire. Fire moves, deal 1.5 points of damage. Bitter Blade is probably a fire attack, so that's probably why it's gotten... Yes, it is. All right, our next match is up and ready to go. We've got Flutter Mane, Iron Hands, Iron Bundle, Chi-Yu, Scizor, and Dragonite. Okay, so interesting layout here. We do have Iron Bundle still in the roster. So what do we do here? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do now? Now it might be beneficial to bring in... I don't want to bring in Torkoal Jump Bluff. I'm going to, but I don't want to. Because I do need someone to deal with Scizor, and I'm going to need a ground type to deal with Iron Hands. Dragonite's also going to be a problem. So Great Tusk also has to come in, and I think Flutter Mane is going to be the best one for me in this particular situation. I'm going to make a note. So this check on Cerulege, because hit the Bitter Blade even before fire went off was still really, really strong. Okay, we've got Iron Hands and Dragonite, and we opened up with Torkoal and Jump Bluff. So we're going to go ahead and protect with the Torkoal, but we're going to go ahead and Sleep Powder the Dragonite. Because right now, Chlorophyll is giving a Jump Bluff a considerable amount of an HP or speed boost here, which will put the Dragonite to sleep. Sorry, Iron Hands, but Covert Cloak says no for that fake out. And I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I'm just gonna start my Reign of Terror with Torkoal. So yes, I'm gonna Sleep Powder the Iron Hands, but she's now asleep. Now Dragonite does wake up, and we'll do Stamping Tantrum, which will knock out the Torkoal. Sorry, Torkoal. My man Torkoal going to sleep for a while. But now we have a really pissed off Flutter Mane. And now this turn needs to be spent on setting up Tailwind if I already haven't done that. Which I don't think I have, and I have not. So we're going to start off this turn by doing Dazzling Gleam for both Pokemon, and then because Tailwind needs to be up, I will do Tailwind now. Okay, so Dragonite is also being added on again. And it is for Stomping Tantrum. He swaps out Dragonite. It's a good call. And he's bringing out his own Flutter Mane. It's interesting. Speed was heightened. So now he gets 309 or 307 if he's capped fully on speed. And then I go Terra Fairy with a 30% boost. with the Tailwind. And now with Specs, this is going to do a lot. Oh, everyone loses. Fluttermane still survives, I think, with the Focus Sash. It is not sashed. It just generally lives with barely any health left. Oh, interesting. Here comes the Dragonite again. We'll go ahead and just do the Dazzling Gleam again. And we'll U-turn Fluttermane and then bring out our Pokemon from the back. Because now I believe you're going to turn into Terra Flying, or is it normal? Normal. Okay. So are you going to start extreme speeding now? Good call with the Protect there. Extreme speed. Who you hitting? You're hitting Jump Bluff. That's okay. I wanted him swapped out anyway. But now you're in trouble. Because now this Dazzling Gleam's not going to hit the other Fluttermane, but it is going to knock you out of your multi-scale. If you have it. If you don't, this is going to hurt a lot. And you did not. You didn't. So here comes Great Tusk. Who gets a boost because Photosynthesis says so. So Dazzling Gleam, and we're gonna do close combat. I don't really have to do anything else. Extreme speed, because you're locked into it, into the Fluttermane. Will get the KO, which is totally fine. You actually should have lived, but can't do anything about it now. Oh, what? Oh, man. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. That was totally my match, though. Next match is up. We've got Toxtricity. Ooh. Oranguru, Torkoal, Dragonite. We've got Pelipper and Iron Hands. Okay. We got a little bit more playing room because now we don't have to bring in Torkoal. Someone else can bring in Torkoal, but we do have another person that can use Tailwind. Tailwind is really, really interesting, but we also have someone that can also just take advantage of setting up Trick Room. So we do not really need to focus primarily on speed this time, but we're going to bring in the Great Tusk, the Gyarados, and I mean, we could bring in Fluttermane, but I think the best one is going to be Qianpao for Sucker Punch, because they don't really have anyone that takes away from priority. God, that last match should have been mine. Why didn't it? Calc, Dragonite again. Yes, I should have done that. All right, first up we've got Oranguru and Toxtricity. We're gonna go ahead and just Sleep Powder the Oranguru. And we're gonna knock off. Oh, yes. Yes. And we're gonna Headlong Rush the Toxtricity. It's gonna set up the Terra. Is it toxic? It is toxic. Okay, what are you? You're now normal. Neat. So you are a Boom Burst build. Sleep Powder to the Oranguru. No Trick Room for you. Headlong Rush won't KO you, but will do a considerable amount of damage. But I'm going to swap out my Pokemon with the Eject Pack. And I'm going to bring in Qianpao. I didn't bring in Fluttermane this time. I was like, oh, Fluttermane will definitely help me out in this battle. Did not hurt. Nope. So Telepathy. Interesting. Qianpao will live with 1 HP thanks to its Focus Sash. And here's that throat spray. And Oranguru is fast asleep. We're gonna Pollen Puff. And Pow to get a little bit more HP. Sacred Sword. The Toxtricity. Okay, he protects. Totally fine. Nice call on the telepathy. But here you go. Have some HP. Dang, that's not a bad amount of HP, actually. We're gonna do it again. Yeah, we're pretty much gonna set up what we had last time and just do it again. Maybe we can get a Sash to be procced back up again. He goes for the double protect, but it fails. Sacred Sword, boom. And Toxtricity falls to the might of Chien-Pao. Pollen Puff. And back up to full. And Oranguru is still asleep. Now, as long as it stays asleep, we should be fine. Here comes Pelipper, though, which will have some words with our Pokemon here. It will do the drizzle. But we're going to go ahead and just U-turn ourselves out of here. And we're going to go ahead and just get the Ice Spinner. Actually, we're going to U-turn. You know what? No, Sleep Powder. Sleep Powder the Pelipper. And we're going to then Sacred Sword the Oranguru. Because why not? Perks of being the fastest thing on the field. Pelipper will protect so it doesn't take any damage. Sacred Sword, the Oranguru takes a third. Sleep Powder goes over to the Pelipper, and it will protect. Oranguru, do you stay asleep or do you wake up? You wake up. And you use Trick Room. Neat. You twist the dimensions. Okay, I'm going to Sleep Pelipper, and I'm going to Sucker Punch the... What do I do? This is a good call. Okay, Sleep Powder the Oranguru again. And I'm going to Sucker Punch the Pelipper. Sucker Punch. Boom. Will not get the KO, but we'll get pretty close. Hyper Voice with the Oranguru. Won't do enough damage to Chien-Pao, but will knock out the Jump Bluff, which is totally fine. Hurricane. Will not do enough, but we will definitely do some damage. Well, obviously, I can't do anything to the Oranguru. I mean, I can attack it, don't get me wrong. But in terms of dealing with it, it's kind of hard. But we are going to go ahead and Waterfall. I mean, we might need to Terra Steel here. We're going to take out the Pelipper, and we're going to Sucker Punch into Oranguru. See what happens. Pelipper will protect, which is totally fine. Sucker Punch into the Oranguru. We'll get the knockout. Woo! Slowly but surely, we are working towards our win condition. We are getting there. Who is your last Pokemon? Iron Thorns. Which is a terrible Pokemon to fight on my side. Booster Energy with the Quark Drive will raise its attack. So we're going to Terra. And we're going to hit Iron Thorns with everything that we've got. And we're going to Sucker Punch into Pelipper. Pelipper has to attack it protected last turn. It could go for the double protect, but it may fail. If it doesn't have Tailwind, it would probably need to use it now. But I'm getting rid of the weakness that I have to Iron Thorns because it is part electric. So I'm getting to steel. It also knows Rock Slide, so yeah. Does Wide Guard. That's not great. Sucker Punch will fail, unfortunately. No effective on Gyarados, but will super affect the Chantal, which is unfortunate. But here comes the Waterfall, which will almost KO it. It'll do a decent amount of damage. For sure. Great Tusk comes out now. And I'm going to Waterfall the Iron Thorns, and I'm going to just go ahead and hit Knockoff on the Pelipper. I could do close combat, but there's no point. Here comes Hurricane. Will get the KO, unfortunately. God dang it. I thought he could live. Come on, man. Iron Thorns use Earthquake, does nothing on the Pelipper. Will hit me for a lot. Will knock out, though. God dang it. And here I am, trying to be all smart and stuff, and I keep getting knocked out. Iron Thorns is faster? I'll have to look at that, because there should be no reason. He didn't use Tailwind. Hey guys, just want to give you a heads up. This is post me. It was Trick Room. That's what did it. Carry on. That might have been it. I might have just completely forgot about it. Anyway, so our next match is up. We've got T-Tar, Houndstone, Iron Hands, Toad's Cruel, Sylveon, and Iron Threads. Interesting bunch here. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and jump in with Jump Bluff for our sources of Tailwind, and we're gonna also bring in Chien-Pao. I don't think Chien-Pao should open. I think Great Tusk should open. Right? I mean, he can switch out, which would, it's very interesting when he does. Yeah, we'll bring in Great Tusk that could switch out. A lot of his Pokemon here does seem pretty fragile to Fluttermane here. What else? Sylveon won't be able, well, that's Fairy. I think Gyarados might be the best choice then. Because like we could bring in Chien-Pao for the Houndstone. I think that's, yeah, we'll bring in Chien-Pao for the Houndstone. I think that's gonna be the better choice there. Match 4. 0-3 today. And we were almost at mastering, but that's okay. That's what happens sometimes. Okay, Iron Hands and Toedscruel. Now we'll bring in Jump Bluff and Great Tusk. Now we'll go ahead and get started off with the Tailwind on our side, and then we will do the Headlong Rush to Iron Hands. Well, maybe it's for close combat. It's effective either way. Yeah, we'll set off the rumble here. Okay, that's totally fine. Tailwind. And Toedscruel, what did you do? Great Tusk couldn't move. Trick Room. That sucks. I did not realize that he did Trick Room. Well then. I'm in trouble. If I would have known, I would have slept him. Instead, I got bamboozled. I'm going last everywhere. I should start protecting here. Okay, Toedscruel. Okay. Nose. Trick Room. This not affects Toedscruel. Okay. It sucks. I wish I would have known a lot of this, but that's okay. Just gonna have to deal with it now. Ice Spinner. So Toedscruel is also grass type. So Sleep Powder does not work, which is why he was perfect. Even if I did sleep him, I wouldn't be able to do anything. Okay, so we got Tailwind for 2 turns and Trick Room for 3. I don't really know what the move was that he knocked one of my Pokemon out. Unfortunately, I was not looking at the screen, but I'm just going to have to deal with it. We're going to protect here because I really need to start playing on the defensive now. I need Trick Room to go away. Then we got Iron Treads. So, Iron Hands, what are you going to do? Drain Punch on the Chanpao. And U-turn. Oh. Okay. Interesting stuff. Now we'll just bring out Fluttermane. Who I will try to focus. Get Iron Hands over there, and we're going to Sucker Punch the Iron Treads. Does not get the KO, but we'll get the crit, which is good. Drain Punch on the Chanpao will drop it down to 1. Chanpao will live, thanks to Focus Sash. Iron Treads use Iron Head. Knock out the Fluttermane. At least Tailwind is gone. So now I have a decent fighting chance. But we're going to sleep that, and we're going to Sucker Punch that. See if it works. Right now it's 2 on 4. It's a little unfair. Toedscruel kind of threw me out there. Okay. Sucker Punch. Goes down, Iron Treads. I wonder if that was a Scarf somehow. Thunder Punch right into the Chanpao will knock it up. So now it's just Jump Bluff. Poor Jump Bluff. All by its lonesome. Why don't you go to sleep for a while, Iron Treads? Hey! Trick Room is now over. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Sylveon. Neat. Hey, Sylveon, do you want to sleep for a while? What you gotta do? Protect. That's totally fine. I mean, this game's over. There's no way that I can really, to get over this team. It's 1v3 and Toedscruel's in the back. So it's cool. I got to see Pokemon. But we are out of here. We are out of here. Man. So there was no way to stop Toedscruel with my beginning opener. And we dropped down back to just winning one match in Ultra Ball. But we are now 18 matches in, 7 and 11. Talonflame, Iron Bundle, King Gambit, Great Tusk, Fluttermane, and Chi-Yu. Interesting. So what do I want to do here? It's not a good idea to bring in Torkoal. Talonflame is going to be causing some ruckus with the Tailwind. So, and he's going to get Tailwind off before I could taunt. So I don't think that's the play to do. Instead, I'm going to bring in Jump Bluff, Fluttermane. Oh, Iron Bundle is there. Fudge. Okay. So we'll bring in Torkoal, Jump Bluff, because I have to deal with the Iron Bundle now because he's going to be out front. It's either Talonflame or Iron Bundle. Crapola. Okay, Fluttermane, and we'll go ahead and bring in Chanpao. I don't think anyone else is going to be really beneficial. I mean, Great Tusk would have been great against Chi-Yu, but it doesn't do anything to the King Gambit. I have 3 seconds left. 2, 1. I don't know how this is going to go. At least they're not using Trick Room, but I have to plan for Iron Bundle. And the only way that I can deal with the Iron Bundle is to literally sleep it. And I can only do that if it comes out turn 1. So Talonflame and Iron Bundle. Yep. Okay, Quark Drive is active. Speed's going to get enhanced. Yep. There's speed. And I'm going to go ahead and just do an eruption, and I think I have to Terra here. Because Talonflame, if Talonflame doesn't go for Flare Blitz, anything, it's going to go for Tailwind. If it does anything else, it's going to knock out Jump Bluff. But I'm going to go for the sleep. Does the Tailwind first. Which means Jump Bluff goes down. But Iron Bundle's now gone. Second half of the battle done with. So now Fluttermane can come out and do its thing. I could also bring in Chien Pao. Yeah, well, he has Tailwind. I do not. Yeah, we'll go in Fluttermane. And it is his Fluttermane. Neat. Crappy thing is, I don't have Tailwind. So he will outspeed me. Especially now. Fudge. I mean, I'm stuck. Like, I'm literally stuck. We'll do it. I mean, we have to. They're gonna Terra their Fluttermane to make it fairy, because why would you Terra your Talonflame? I mean, you could, but why would you? Dang it. I'm literally falling to last season's strategy. I'm hoping that I could survive. His Gale Wings is gone, but he's gonna attack before me. I got outsped by the outsped. But here we go, Helping Hand. Shadow Ball right into the Torkoal. Interesting choice. Brave Bird into the Fluttermane, and I will live. But now here comes the Dazzling Gleam with Helping Hand right behind it, and it's going to do all the damage I need it to. Oh. And it's now 1v3. And it's Chiyu, who is sped. I'm going to protect here. I'm locked into Dazzling Gleam. How long? He's got Tailwind for 2 more turns. Let's hope. Protects on the Torkoal. Heat Wave will not hit the Torkoal, but will hit the the Fluttermane, which will knock it out, unfortunately. Chien Pao will now come in. Are you scarfed? Heat Wave and protect. Are you going to use Heat Wave again? You do. Will most likely knock out Torkoal. There he goes. Do I have enough? Tailwind's now gone. Do I have enough? Heat Wave will go off first. Oh, that's not good. But Focus Sash will keep Chien Pao alive. Sacred Sword. And he will also stay alive? Oh. Yeah, let's do it. See what happens. Sucker Punch. Good call. But I can use Sucker Punch again. I'm okay with this. You outspeed me. Goes for the double protect, but it fails. I go for the Sucker Punch, but it fails. We're at a stalemate now. I'm gonna protect. Wait, I can't protect? What? Doesn't make any sense. Okay. He's trying to wear out Sucker Punch. Nope. 2 Pokemon at 1 HP literally fighting for domination in the match. Jesus. All right, so we've got Golden Go, Wu Chen, Iron Bundle, Dragapult, Hippowdon, and Glimmora. So I'm going to bring in Torkoal and Jump Off because it's the only way I can outspeed Iron Bundle, unfortunately. We'll bring in Fluttermane, and I think Chien Pao might be the best. Like, I want to bring in Great Tusk. I think he'd be like a huge benefit, but Great Tusk... I mean, he does have Golden Go. Yeah, we'll bring in Great Tusk. I mean, Golden Go is not like an easy Pokemon. Like, he's kind of, I don't want to say he's kind of easy. With Talonflame, I was able to get over him, but that's fire versus steel. Steel and ground is still pretty good in that regard, and I think he's going to be able to get the W. But we have Glimmora and Wu Chen, and I have Torkoal and Jump Off. So out of this matchup here, we are looking really relatively good. We now get the double speed, which is, again, really, really good. We'll go ahead and just get started off with a basic Eruption, and then we will go ahead and sleep the Glimmora. Because I don't want to have to deal with Glimmora. I don't want to deal with Mortal Spin. I don't want to deal with Toxic. Nope, I don't want to, especially like Power Gem. Nah, I'm okay. Now, Wu Chen does lower attack, I believe, of all Pokemon. So let's see, what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose Spiky Shield? Are you going to go for it? Are you going to withdraw Wu Chen? Good call. You're bringing out Hippowdon. Okay. You're gonna upset the weather here, which is going to lower down Jump Up's thing, which is totally fine. Glimmora avoids the attack and goes for the Power Gem, which will not knock out the Torkoal, but gets pretty close. But here comes the Eruption, which isn't going to do a whole lot. Is he going to survive? Oh, with 4 HP, he's going to get out now. So we'll swap in the Great Tusk, and we will go ahead and just get the Tailwind up. Because at this point in time, I won't have to deal with that. Let's see. He withdrew Hippowdon. Good call. Who are you bringing out? Wu Chen, because you're thinking I'm not going to swap out, which inevitably I am. Because you're afraid that I'm gonna like just continue to weather war. I think it would be like a really cool thing to do for later on is maybe teach Jumpluff Sunny Day just to be funny. So Glamora becomes grass. Okay. So that's probably a Salt Vest build. But here comes Tailwind. You're going to use Power Gem on Jumpluff, which won't KO it, but it'll get pretty close. You were hoping that I would swap out. I think that's what you were hoping for. But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna swap out. There's no point. I'm gonna get close combat though. Yes, close combat on the Wu Chen. And I can't sleep any of them, which is totally fine for me. I'm gonna have to sacrifice someone, so yeah, we're gonna do Pollen Puff on Glamora. There you go. Have a Pollen Puff. You are definitely Salt Vested. There you go. I now drop in stats. But Eject Pack says, yeet! And here comes Torkoal. To reset the weapon. Energy Ball. And I will survive by keeping Great Tusk in the back. Foul play. We'll go into Jumpluff. Cool thing. I have 2 free switch-ins for my team, which they will get a solid turn of Sun, or maybe not. Left and right. They'll get that activation, which is all worth it to me, even if they lose it next turn. To me, that was worth it. Now we'll go ahead and supersize them up with that, and I will protect here. I think that's the best thing to do for Great Tusk, because he's going to swap out the weather to be Hippowdon, and I'm okay with this, but he's got Energy Ball. So I have to play around Energy Ball quite a bit with Great Tusk. But the next turn, I'm going to hit Hippowdon for a lot. Now, he could have already planned... Wait, where's my Terra? Does my Terra go off after the swap? Oh, that stuff wears off. Okay, that's fine. Okay, the Terra comes after the switching. Woo! I was gonna call so much shenanigans. You guys have no idea. Alright. Protect on the Great Tusk. Dazzling Gleam. We'll hit the 2. Energy Ball into the Great Tusk, and I'll be just fine. Flame takes a little bit of dings though, and so does Glamora. Do I have... I do have Tailwind. Oh, neat. It's cool. Dazzling Gleam again, and we'll go ahead and just do knockoff on the Hippowdon, because why not? None of these 2 Pokemon have moves that have priority, so I'm okay with just the setup right now. I'm a little upset that Photosynthesis got worn off, but I think that's what you deal with when you don't have booster energy. So that's a good reason why booster energy is better than actually playing with the weather. Just saying. Because you can't get rid of it once the weather is gone. It's just there. Dazzling Gleam will now hopefully knock out both of these Pokemon. And it should. And there they go. So... booster energy better than weather. Something I did not know about, by the way. And Tailwind is now gone. It's now Golden Go and Wuchen. Now this is a kind of a tough predicament for both of these Pokemon. Because now I'm spec'd into Dazzling Gleam, so I can't do anything more. Wuchen will protect, so he doesn't take any damage from the thing. But I'm now going to be hitting Golden Go for quite a bit. That's about a third, maybe a fourth. Headlong Rush will now finish the job, though. Which will undoubtedly lower my stats, but I can't switch out anymore. But now Wuchen has 2 Pokemon to stand against him, and I believe he gets buffed by the Sandstorm. So he's taking even more damage than he should, even with leftovers. So now, Dazzling Gleam, single target Pokemon, which is going to hurt a lot, and we're going to go ahead and use close combat, and the battle was canceled. We win. We went 2 and 4 today.